Good afternoon, people. This is Jack here, and today we're at the Sandusky Scenic River, Howard L. Collier area. I'm standing at a point right now, if I wanted to, I could take the easy way down, but if I do that, I might miss something going in the other way, but you can see a sudden drop off there. That's a pretty steep incline. So once I get in there, I will have an option. Steps, or I can take the trail. And so I'll probably take the trail and come back up the step. Alright, we're just inside the trailhead, just got started here. You can see we're pretty much at the top of the steps. There is so much more of it. Anyway, onward. What we're primarily looking for today are various plant species. There are trillium down here. Trout lilies, or some people will know them as dogtooth lilies. As you can see, there are more May apples. Later on, we'll get into a good spot. I'll see if I can't see any signs as to why they call them May apples. Just coming about 50 yards. I've just in a short little walk. I just couldn't believe how quiet it is here. But I'm going to go ahead and record, but I'm not going to talk for a while, which probably some people probably enjoy that. But I'm just going to let you see if I can't pick up and let you listen to what I'm hearing. And of course, you might know that while I was talking, you probably heard the constant rapping of a woodpecker. And as soon as I shut my mouth, he stops his hammering. So, but I see him, and anytime I move, he moves. Otherwise, I would try to let you see that it is in fact a red-bellied woodpecker. What you're looking at is a really good specimen of a wild geranium. Zooming in on a white trillium. Looks like it's still in halfway decent shape. Although when I was here a couple weeks ago, They were just getting started, but they don't last long. Hopefully we can come across more in better shape. More wild geraniums. This is a specimen of mustard garlic. This is not a native plant. This is not a native wildflower. This is what they call an invasive species. Well, as long as you know that sign is there and you see it, you know you're not lost. Now this geranium catches my eye. And I'm hoping you can see why. I'm seeing it. Look at the definition on that baby. I thought you might enjoy this little patch of wild geraniums. And a red-bellied woodpecker. This is not a wild geranium. This is blue phlox. PHLOX. Blue phlox and sunshine. You know, here we are, Hex Bridge. To be quite honest with you, not really worth the walk. Now, there may be a reason for the calling it Hex Bridge. Could be some guy's nickname. Could be another name for a little more perilous bridge at the time. Anyway, this is Hex Bridge. Let's go back into the woods. Alright, so now we're coming up to, we're getting back on the main loop. Somewhere along here, there is going to be more trillium, and hopefully a few trout lilies. Okay, now we're getting into some trillium. There's a couple right there in the light, and hopefully you'll be able to see slight discoloration on this one right here in the center of the screen. This is, it just reached the end of its life cycle, and it is in the process of withering away. You got some in the background there. But they're really, really a pretty flower. And they come in red. Really deep, deep red. All right, we're walking actually along the side of the Sandusky River. I'm going to pan slowly that way and get a little look at it. We should come to a clearing before too long. Let you have an up close and personal look at it. Okay, remember earlier at the beginning of the video when I told you if I get an opportunity I'm going to show you why they call these May apples? You're looking at the apple. Now that apple, I don't know if it's edible or if there was a use by any tribes, but I'm quite sure that it's edible by some of the native wildlife. Now the nice thing about this fruit is I do know that toward the end of this month, this is May, toward the end of the month, it will bloom into a really beautiful white flower. So this is a really nice looking specimen of a white trillium. Oh yes, coming in nicely. Personally, I think it's just one of the simplest and yet prettiest wildflowers. Too bad they're so short-lived. That's a woodpecker. Appears we had a territorial dispute earlier here. Yeah, had a ruckus raised by some Canada geese down there. Most likely territorial, but it seems like things have worked out. Now we're right down alongside the Sandusky River. Just going to do a little sweep. Just let you get an idea. Right across the river, I thought as I started coming down the bank that there was a turtle over there. He'd been there for a while. His shell was dry, so I couldn't really tell from my distance as to whether it was a rock or a shell. But as I came down the bank and was setting up the camera to zoom in to find out, well, the turtle gave himself away and jumped in the water. Well, he got in the water and swam away. American crow. Sounds like he's having fun with the Canada geese. Well, the skeeters have really zoned in on me. Okay, people, here we are. We are at the bottom of the steps. That's going to take us up. Here we go. This is definitely cardio. All right, this is where we came in, down that path. You'll have to pardon me, I'm going to take a break. Okay, break's over. Let's finish this out. And that is that, folks. Yeah, I'm out of breath. I could stand here and say, yep, piece of cake, but who am I kidding? I'm out of breath. I'm gonna go home, and I guarantee you, somewhere along the line, I'm gonna wake up in my chair. All right, my name is Jack. I love doing this stuff outdoors. I'm glad you came along. Until then, next time, I hope someday we can cross paths with each other. Y'all take care of yourselves now. We're gone.